Chapter 1. The Awakening Nears Its Completion. Look at you, my dear. You've come so far. You've experienced deep realizations, broken free from old patterns, and started seeing life through spiritual eyes. But now, something feels different. It's almost as if everything is shifting again, but in a way that you weren't expecting. Of course, I'm speaking to those who are already on this path of spiritual awakening. If you're not there yet, don't worry, because we all start from scratch. And one day, you will also reach that much desired place. Here's the truth. Your spiritual awakening is reaching its final stage, and this phase comes with strange, almost unexplainable signs. Many people don't talk about this because they assume that once you awaken, everything becomes peaceful. But you are entering a stage where things will feel surreal, almost like a dream. Jesus himself spoke about this transformation, saying, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." Matthew chapter 5, verse 8. Your heart is becoming purified, and the veil between the physical and spiritual realms is thinning. But what happens next? What are these strange signals that your awakening is nearly complete? The next sign might shock you. It's something that no one expects, yet it's one of the clearest indicators that you are stepping into a new level of spiritual understanding. Chapter 2. You feel deeply disconnected from the world. One of the strangest experiences near the end of your awakening is feeling like you no longer belong to this world. Things that used to matter no longer hold importance. You find yourself questioning material possessions, social expectations, and even long-held dreams. The things that once gave you excitement now feel empty. Jesus once said, "My kingdom is not of this world." John chapter 18, verse 36. And when you near the completion of your awakening, you begin to feel this truth deeply. You see how much of the world is an illusion, built on temporary distractions rather than eternal truths. This can be uncomfortable because it makes you feel alone. But here's the secret. This disconnection is proof that your soul is aligning with God's higher reality. But don't think this is the end. What comes next will leave you speechless, because it's one of the biggest confirmations that you are about to transition into something greater. Chapter 3. You experience intense energy shifts. Have you noticed how your energy fluctuates unpredictably? Some days, you feel incredibly light, as if your body is barely attached to the earth. Other days, you are exhausted for no reason, needing hours of rest, even though you didn't do anything physically demanding. This happens because your spirit is detaching from the old and stepping into the new. When Jesus fasted for 40 days in the wilderness, described in Matthew chapter 4, verses 1 to 11, his physical body weakened, but his spirit became stronger than ever. You are experiencing something similar. Your energy is being recalibrated, and as this process intensifies, you may even feel surges of heat, tingling sensations, or an overwhelming sense of inner stillness. But what's coming next is even more bizarre. Something that will make you question everything you thought you knew about reality. Chapter 4. Synchronicities become overwhelming. You've probably noticed small coincidences before. Repeating numbers, certain words appearing everywhere, or running into people at just the right moment. But as your awakening nears its end, these synchronicities become undeniable. These moments are not random. They are signs that God's hand is guiding you toward your divine purpose. The Bible says, "The steps of a man are established by the Lord when he delights in his way." Psalm chapter 37, verse 23. The more you align with truth, the more God arranges things in a way that you cannot ignore. This is where things start getting even stranger, but interesting, because the next sign will challenge you in ways you never imagined. And once you understand why it happens, you'll see why it's the final test before true spiritual clarity. Chapter 5. You feel like everything is falling apart. This is where most people panic. Just when they think they've reached enlightenment, their entire life seems to crumble. Relationships shift. Financial struggles appear. Old wounds resurface. Everything feels like it's collapsing all at once. Why? Because God is removing everything that is no longer in alignment with your next stage. This is the pruning process Jesus spoke of. Every branch that does bear fruit he prunes, that it may bear more fruit. John chapter 15, verse 2. The struggles you face are not punishment, they are a cleansing, a final test before you step into your true purpose. And just wait until you hear the next sign, because it's the most profound shift of them all, and it will confirm everything you've been feeling. Chapter 6. You start feeling an unshakable peace. After all the intensity, something unexpected happens. You stop reacting. Situations that used to trigger you no longer affect you. You feel a deep sense of peace, even when everything around you is uncertain. This peace is not from the world. It is divine peace, a gift from God. Jesus said, "Peace I leave with you. My peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you." John chapter 14, verse 27. When you reach the end of your awakening, you realize that nothing external can take away your inner stability. You no longer fear the unknown because you trust that God is in control. But there is one final sign, and this is the most powerful one of all. Once you experience this, you will know that you have fully stepped into a new reality. Chapter 7. You realize awakening never ends. This is the final revelation. Awakening is not a one-time event. It is a continuous journey. You don't arrive at enlightenment. Instead, you continue evolving into deeper levels of spiritual truth. Paul describes this transformation beautifully, but we all, with unveiled face, beholding as in a mirror the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image from glory to glory. 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 18. Your awakening was just the beginning. Now you are called to walk in truth, to live as a light in a world of darkness, and to guide others toward their own awakening. And this is the most exciting part. You are now stepping into the purpose God created you for. Everything you've gone through has prepared you for this moment. Remember, this is just the beginning. So, if you feel any of these signs, you're not crazy. The strange things you are experiencing are signs that your awakening is nearing its completion. You are shedding your old identity, stepping into divine truth, and preparing for the next chapter of your spiritual journey. The question is, are you ready to embrace it? Because this journey is far from over. The best is still ahead, and God is leading you into something greater than you ever imagined.